Ironman tip of the week, inserts. Hey everybody. So you've heard me in past videos talk a little bit about my plantar fasciitis issues in the past. Right now I'm in pretty good shape. Dr. Dennis Evans down at F3 in the Woodlands, my therapist, has worked on my feet a couple times now and just really a miracle worker. Um, but before that, I had some real issues in the past, and to the tune of laying off about 6 months to try to heal up. And had I only known, about an hour's worth of therapy with Dennis Evans would have solved the problem. But such is life. So on my last visit to Dr. Evans, it was kind of a maintenance therapy trip. Um, he suggested that I get some inserts to help that arch support, take the little stress off of that plantar tissue on the landing. So as you can imagine, when you're running, I land on my forefoot, and every time you strike that, you're putting downward pressure right on that arch, right? And so the standard arch, I should have brought that insert, the standard insert that Hoka has. But what I did, I just recently, a few weeks ago, retired my Hoka Bondi 5s, traded up to the Bondi 6. And when I was at the shoe store, I went ahead and bought some inserts. These brand name is Curex, and they have 4 or 5 different levels or arch heights and stiffness. They did a little test on my foot to see where my pressure point was, and I ended up running with this low profile Run Pro. That's the lowest arch support. If you can see, it's the lowest support that they have, but it's still more arch support than the standard insert. So I tried, actually, the little test that they gave me had me run with the mid or the next level up, and it was, I ran with on the treadmill a bit at the shoe store, and it just was I felt like it was too much. So I stepped down to this low, and it's really worked out well. My first run, 6-mile run, I think, took it easy, but I could feel that pressure a little bit in my arch, because I'm just not used to it. Not painful, I can just feel it. And I'm always a little reluctant to make any changes, especially when it comes to gear, and a little OCD about that. So I was worried, I felt that pressure and thought, I'm probably making a mistake. But into the run afterwards, felt fine. And, look, if this will help me stay out of the doctor's office or Evans therapy, torture chamber, and reduce my plantar issues, I'm all about it. So far so good. Probably put, a good 100 miles on these inserts, and it's been great. So in reading about this Curex brand, what they boast is a design. As you can tell, they've got, and I think I have a picture on the video. They have these stiffer nylon, like a plate, in the midsole or in the arch support. They've got this cushion in the midsole, but this stiffer nylon material helps. It's dynamic, so it does move, okay, but it helps support that arch. So when you come down thousands of times in a run, you're able to take the pressure off that plantar without changing your run gait or your foot strike. Too much pressure, you might start rolling on the outside, and then it causes other issues. Well, that's not what this does. It really does give dynamic support. So I'm very happy with it. Um, if you so that's it. If you're having any foot issues, whether it's plantar or tendonitis on the top of your foot, um, any issues related to running, you might go to your run store, local run store, and have them, if they have if they have a foot analysis machine that you can stand on and get your pressure points. If they have inserts, try some. Run a few on the treadmill there and see what you think. It's tough to know in 3 minutes of running on a treadmill, but I have been very, very pleased. I was reluctant to do it, but now that I have, I'm all in. Be sure, I would recommend going to Walgreens and buying, an insert, a plantar fasciitis insert from, the Dr. Scholl's. Not that they don't have good products, but without really talking to somebody, let someone at the running store take a look at your foot strike, your run gait, and then put you on that machine to really get a good fit. But I would highly recommend giving it a shot. I'm certainly pleased. Um, I will give you a link in the description below for this CureX brand. You can take a look at it and then Google and do your research. But I think if you do, you will be pleasantly surprised. So that's my Ironman tip of the week. Hope it helped.